All right, so I just got back from dinner with a group of people, carnivore people in Germany. We actually went to an Italian restaurant, which was kind of interesting. But we had some carnivore options on there. I had some salmon carpaccio, and then I had a little pork dish. And interestingly, the gal who was sitting across from me runs a carnivore podcast channel in Germany. It's called Fleischzeit, or Meat Time, basically. If you guys are in German, check it out, Fleischzeit. Anyway, she's a teacher, and she does physics and math, but she's gotten into carnivore. It's helped her to resolve Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune hyperthyroid condition. And what apparently to teach, you have to, like, I guess there's some sort of governmental regulations on teachers and what they can do outside of their teaching time. And she has to get permission from the government to continue to talk about carnivore. And they've told her, at least the school has told her, that she was not allowed to mention that to her students, you know. But if you want to talk about plant-based diets in school, go ahead, you know. So it's kind of, you can see where this indoctrination is coming. They were talking about like one particular city called Freiburg, where apparently all the students are mandated to have vegetarian meals, you know, I guess all the time or something along those lines, which is quite disturbing to think about that. So there is, however, a significant pushback. Just like in the US, a lot of people are not going into some of these kind of quote unquote woke type policies. There's a swelling sort of pushback from that sort of stuff, but it's very prominent there. And a lot of people have bought into this sort of these various ideologies of I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. But anyway, that's why it's so important to find like-minded people that understand how important, particularly when it comes to nutrition, how important this is, and to push back against it. We find that, I went looking for a butcher here in town. There's very few. I got some sausage, which was actually quite good. Some of the German sausage. Not very expensive. I was quite surprised for what I got for like 14 euros, just a whole variety of different sausages to try. But it is clearly, you see where this agenda is going. And, like even at the restaurant, apparently, the onerous taxes, a lot of the restaurants sort of don't bring up the bills appropriately, so they don't have to pay taxes. It's kind of like, these crazy heavy regulations that people just, they just kind of get around that by not complying. And so interesting times. So anyway, that's so far. I lecture tomorrow. So that should be interesting. I'll do a podcast with the gal I was talking about who runs the Fleischzeit podcast. So you can listen for that. If you guys are following me in German, you should probably give her a follow and help to solidify the community, because I think, we need to know who we are, and we need to find like-minded friends that we can sort of grow as the strength in numbers. And that's such an important thing. When you don't know you've got people that think the same as you, then you feel like you're alone. When actually you find out where this community is, you can continue to grow that. And that's why I'm, like I said, again, it's so important to put yourself out there and let people know what your beliefs are, so that like-minded people can find you and you can find strength in numbers, right? We are very powerful. Our ability is very powerful, yet we don't know how to harness it and use it, whether it's to influence markets, which I think is one of the most powerful things we have, is the ability to affect the marketplace. And again, all these sort of corporatocracies that sort of run the governments, in an unelected capacity, still are dependent upon our consumer dollars and our consumer support. And like I said, that is the biggest strength we have. All right, guys, I'm going to get some sleep. We've got bacon and eggs and steak for breakfast tomorrow. And then I present at the conference. I'll do that podcast, present at the conference. And I think Saturday we're going to go touring around a bit, some of the local area, maybe the Black Forest and some of the surrounding areas. Baby taking one of the baths. And then Sunday I'll be back home. So heading back home. All right, y'all take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.